Guys, welcome back to Mediocre in Manhattan. So this weekend we have the Leadership Immersion weekend. So we basically get away to a camp that's in Hardwick, New Jersey. It's like a YMCA run camp, but it was really nice because we had like a cabin and everything, and I'll show you that as we go there. But basically this is like the beginning of it. So me and Marina going to meet everybody on the Marymount campus to head from there to New Jersey. So we're handed our itineraries and our cute little like name tags. Now we're sitting in the back because we ended up getting a couple of rows to ourselves. Now this is just like a bunch of scenery. This is us driving into Jersey, and now we're finally here in Camp Mason. And most of it was just forest and trails, and I was expecting it to be like actual camping, and we got there and we had a cabin and it was really nice. But they had like this large like man-made like body of water because they had a dam put up, so like we had to walk across the dam every day to get back to like our own cabin. So this is me doing archery, and I think that I was like way worse at archery than I was at axe throwing. I was pretty good at axe throwing. I got a 4 out of 6, and that was like my first time actually throwing an axe ever. So it was interesting. Then I joined Aiden over at the end, and we were sitting and talking right by the water. Now this is us playing basketball, and there were a bunch of these like tiny deer, and like there's a mama deer, and now this is just like a bunch of clips of us playing basketball. And there's Ava, and basically this is just us trying to figure out how to play basketball for a majority of these clips, because not any of us have ever played before except for like one person, and even that was kind of difficult to like get with, because if one person knows and not everybody knows, it's like hard to get with the program. So this is just a bunch of like misses kind of fails, but it's entertaining, so enjoy. First big tumble of the actual game. Now it just keeps getting worse from here because I have so many shoots and so many misses for me specifically. I swear if I finally learn how to shoot, I finally get it in here. That was purely chance, I swear. Then I take my big fall because I got decked. But this is us all soaking wet sitting by the fireplace because it was pouring rain as we were playing. And I figured if I started shedding layers, at least like not everything would get wet. So this is us at dinner, and now we're toasting our marshmallows, and I like mine extra burnt. I don't know, I feel like I thought that was a normal thing, but I guess not. Now these are friends, and we're sitting and making bracelets, and this is us. We stayed up so late. So now moving on to Sunday. Had a quick breakfast of French toast.
What's good, vlog? We're here, about to go eat lunch, then head back. We went from enemies to twins, locked in.
Now, finally, last thing we did was lunch, and we took pictures and videos, so they did the Camp Rock dance. Then now we're finally leaving, and we used a tripod to prop up Noella's phone to watch football on the ride back, because it ended up being way longer than an hour and 30 minutes, because it was pouring and there was so much traffic. But we finally made it back, and I decided to go up to the student lounge with Ravenna and Noella to watch football again, and we played cards, and I taught Ravenna speed, and that's like my all-time favorite game to play. Then I finally made my dinner, and this is the last thing I did, so on to nighttime. Now on to Monday. So Monday we had off for Indigenous Peoples Day, but it was raining again because we were hit with the nor'easter. So we ended up leaving to do some of the shopping we've been needing to do, and we decided to try Paris Baguette because Marina's never tried it, and I tried a curry croquette and it was pretty good. So our first stop was Goodwill. So I went to Goodwill and I found like 2 pieces for my costume, and then on to H&M because Marina needed a new jacket. So this is me napping, and Marina sat and studied in my room. Then on to Tuesday. So Tuesday, this is me making my breakfast and working on my career academy stuff. And then this is me walking up to the school, waiting for my career academy to start. And on the way back, I ended up meeting up with Noella to play basketball for a little bit, but I realized how much I suck technically. Now this is my boyfriend. He wanted to say hi since he couldn't in the last vlog. Now on to Wednesday. So on Wednesday mornings, I have my one class, and I have like this big gap in between, so I decided to do laundry because Wednesday night is when I left to go back to Jersey. So this is me doing my laundry. I ended up finishing pretty quickly. I thought the loads were going to take longer, but they were pretty quick, relatively quick. And so I ended up walking with Marina to go to the campus because they had an event called Keep Calm and Eat Desserts because of midterms. So we had our little desserts, then we walked to Central Park, and Marina wanted to try her first New York City hot dog, so we ended up going to do that, and we found a cute little rock to sit on. And I got back to the campus early, so I got myself a little snack, and then I sat and studied in between classes. This is after class now, around like 7. I got myself a slice of pizza, and I didn't want to do my laundry, so I put it underneath the blankets, and it kind of looked like me, and I kind of wanted to scare my roommate. But now this is me at Penn Station making my trek back to Jersey, and I finally made it. These are my two sisters, and I'm finally back home. So now Thursday is my day off, so I don't really do much. So I decided to make my boyfriend his boo basket because it was our 6-month anniversary. Now this is us spending time together. We ended up going out for dinner this night too. I wanted seafood boil for so long. We recorded the aftermath. That brings us to the end of the vlog. Bye guys.